One of the feature races at Tabcorp Park, Menangle on Saturday night is the Teeny Stakes, with the mares trying to qualify for the Ladyship Mile coming up on Miracle Mile Day, which is getting closer and closer, 28th of February, a Sunday afternoon. Really looking forward to that meeting. Let's see if we can find a winner in this one. There's a strong bunch of mares. As you normally see in these qualifiers, there's one or two that stand out above the rest. And I'm going to tip the class mare in the race, and that's number 14, Frith. Now, entitled to have a few question marks with her. She went to Perth. Speaking with Bruce Hartley and Bernie Kelly, you know, the question marks were, was she underdone going into the series? She proved that she wasn't, with a couple of really strong performances over there in Perth, but then in the big one, she was beaten more than 100 metres. The vet had a look at her. She's been sent home. She arrived back with Bernie Kelly and then has been transferred to Belinda and Luke McCarthy. Now, she's not foreign to that stable. She actually went to Luke and Belinda after Bruce Hartley made the announcement that he was going to hand the mare to Mark Purdon. Of course, she never got to Mark Purdon in the end. And after spending some time with the McCarthys, she returned home to Bernie Kelly's for a spell. But she's not foreign. She would know the setup there, and she's got a fair bit of class on them here. You know, think back to 12 months ago. She was winning these races, getting ready for the Ladyship Mile, where she went toe-to-toe with Adore Me. She was well beaten in the end. But in this sort of race, she should have too much class for these for the field. She, despite the second row draw, I think if she can get around them early enough, she can bully her way to the death seat or even to the front. And if she does find the front over the short trip, I think she's going to be very hard to beat. So go with Frith. Hardest to beat in the race is Sweet Molly O'Shea. Now that's horse number 13. Now her form doesn't read very well at all. She's been struggling according to her numerical form, but she has been racing in free-for-all grade in Sydney. She's been taking on the boys, and she's been finding it a little bit tough. She has been drawing well in those races, but she doesn't possess a lot of gate speed. So each week she's been getting buried, and she's tougher. She's more tougher than she is fast. So the best thing for her is actually to be up outside them and over longer distances. So Saturday night's over the mile, probably not ideal either. But no surprise to see Brad Hewitt keen to get to the death chair if he can on Sweet Molly O'Shea and try and make the other horses work in the race. I don't think she's going as bad as her form suggests, so I'm definitely going to be including Sweet Molly O'Shea in my trifectas on Saturday night. For third, I've thrown in number 12, Sophie's Ideal. Another Victorian that will know the track very well. She spent a lot of time with Darren Hancock. I think she's had 20 starts at Menangle. She's won 6 of them. She's been placed 7 or 8 times. So she is very well suited at Menangle. Her draw's not too bad. She should be able to push through in the early stages off the back row and lob into a nice spot. She's more of an opportunist. If things pan out her way and she's able to come with the one run, I think she can do that. She's got very good acceleration, as we've seen. She won a big race at Melton back in November. So if they overdo it, the big guns, I can see her weaving through late and running into a place. And I've thrown number 3, Smooth Showgirl, in for fourth. Now, Belinda and Luke McCarthy have had this mare going really well. She's done a great job. She's won nearly $150,000 in her career. She'll be driven by John McCarthy on Saturday night. She does have a little bit of gate speed. She should be able to put herself in a handy position. She's stepping way up in grade. She's been doing a nice job this time in, but she's really, running into the first grade mares on Saturday night, and that's going to be tough for her. But she does get the advantage of the barrier draw. She won't be too far off the speed. And she's in a good headspace at the moment. She thinks she's King Kong. She's won a couple of races in a row, so she's one that I think you've got to be including in your first fours as well. So in the teeny stakes qualifier for the Ladyship Mile, I'm going with number 14, Frith, to beat number 13, Sweet Molly O'Shea, 12, Sophie's Ideal, and I've thrown in number 3, Smooth Showgirl, for fourth.